All right, this is it. This traffic has not let up. It's been like this since we arrived. Our first week, we visited the Philippine Air Force Aerospace Museum, a military museum earlier founded as Marcos Museum in 1974. The museum was built to honor heroes and airmen of the Philippine Air Force. The outdoor park houses old commercial planes, jet fighters, and helicopters. Next stop, Venice Grand Canal in Taguig. A lot like the Venetian in Macau and Las Vegas, it is definitely a great tourist attraction as it got quite busy with people quickly taking their phones out for selfies. We visited on a weekday and I hear that it can get a lot busier on the weekend. Of course, this doesn't come close to Venice's historic canal, but hey, this does have a singing gondoliers belting out Italian songs.
When the moon hits your eye like a big piece of pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Vita Bella. Hearts will play chippy-chippy-chay, chippy-chippy-chay, like a gay tarantella. When the stars make you through, just like a pasta fasul, that's amore. When you dance down the street with a cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, senor.
One thing you can count on when we were there is the afternoon rain. It would pour for a good hour, and then that's it. We visited my relatives in Pateros, a small town famous for its duck racing industry and especially known for producing a Filipino delicacy called a balut, a duck egg. And what other ways to get there than riding on a tricycle? This gesture of taking an elder's hand is used in Filipino culture, performed as a sign of respect to elders and a way of accepting a blessing from them. This was our old house. Definitely brings back some memories. One thing about Filipinos, no matter what time of the day you visit, they will make every effort to feed you. And it's recommended to eat a little, even if you're full.
Can you sit up?
Hey, what's going on?
Can you sit? Yes. You look like your papa.
I mentioned balut earlier, and if you've never heard of it, here it is. A developing duck embryo that's boiled and eaten from the shell. This is definitely not for everyone, but if you're the adventurous kind, this is worth a try. It was definitely fun watching my wife go to town with it. We made another pit stop to a family friend, and it didn't take long till we found ourselves sitting for another meal. It was beautiful to see the old hood and the friends and families that were still there. Before we left Pateros, we visited my old elementary school. This school will always have a place in my heart. I remember winning a couple of art contests, meeting my first crush, and being told to go inside a garbage can in front of the class for talking too much. Naya and Gail had fun sitting in with the class. Likewise, the kids had fun having guests in their class. It's fun to see the kids react when a camera is pointing in their direction. A friend volunteered to take us to Intramuros and Fort Santiago. During the Spanish colonial period, Intramuros was called the Walled City. In 1951, Intramuros, especially Fort Santiago, became a National Historical Landmark, and San Agustin Church became part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Fort Santiago became part of the walled city of Intramuros. The fort is a very important historical site. This was the place Jose Rizal, a Philippine national hero, was imprisoned before he was executed. The horrible Hole of Death. The hole was a dungeon abandoned for a century. It was full of rotting water and infested with rats, snakes, and all kinds of vermin. Having but a small hole for air to enter, everyone was packed inside. As many as 170 prisoners at a time died of asphyxiation overnight. On October 6, 1896, Jose Rizal was apprehended in Barcelona, Spain, while on his way to Cuba to serve as a military doctor. After being deported to the Philippines, he was detained at Fort Santiago. Following the preliminary investigations in November, Rizal was put on trial at the Cuartel de España on the 26th of December and was ruled guilty of rebellion, sedition, and conspiracy. The Museum of Jose Rizal in Fort Santiago is housed in the actual site where the Filipino hero was detained during his last days. After being destroyed during the Second World War, the structure was reconstructed in 1953. It has since become one of the museums under the supervision of the National Historical Commission of the Philippines, which honors Jose Rizal. Before we start gallivanting, we thought we'd go for an early morning swim. We went to Mall of Asia to do some shopping and watch the fireworks. While waiting for the fireworks, we had a glimpse of Mount Mariveles across the water against the beautiful sunset. The firework was spectacular. Glad that a friend told us about it. We met the Chang family and Mama Barb's in Rizal Park. Rizal Park is a historical urban park in the Philippines, located along Rojas Boulevard, adjacent to the old walled city of Intramuros. Rizal Park is one of the major tourist attractions of Manila. To cool down from the heat, we checked out the Museum of Anthropology. The National Museum of Anthropology houses the Anthropology and Archaeology Division. It is located in the Agrifina Circle, Rizal Park, adjacent to the National Museum of Fine Arts. I was quite surprised to see just a few people in the museum, considering the blistering heat outside. And it's nice and cool inside. And the entrance is free. Even the kids had fun with some interactive exhibits. In Tagaytay, we visited the Lady of Lourdes Church and then headed off a little higher for a scenic view of the Taal volcano. Gaya, let's go. Hey guys, hurry. Guys. Tagaytay is one of country's most popular tourist destinations because of its outstanding scenery and cooler climate provided by its high altitude. It overlooks Taal Lake and Batangas and provides views of Taal Volcano Island that can be seen through various vantage points situated in the city. Can't have a day without your afternoon rain. Some guy brought a baby croc, so why not take some pictures? The rain cleared and gave us this wonderful sunset. Rain started again.